This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Squarespace. With the help of Squarespace, tackling your next move might not be as difficult as it seems. Whether you're hoping to start a business, change careers, or launch a new creative project, Squarespace gives you the ability to create an online platform from which to make your next big idea known to the world. And with Squarespace's award-winning templates, creating your website is a simple, intuitive process. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter the offer code BANGBANG to get 10% off your first purchase plus a free domain.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of sadistic, scissors-wielding cat haters. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you, Colfax McLiverneck, for that wonderful catchphrase submission. Colfax, back on the boards. Welcome to another episode of Comedy Bang Bang. I'm your host, Scott Aukerman, and what an episode it is. I mean, one has to agree, even in these troubled times, that we are truly winding down February. I mean, with everything that's going on, sometimes people don't want to really address that, but I am willing to. I am willing to
You're going to go out on a limb and say that we're winding down February.
We certainly are. And who would have thought that we could have done such a thing?
Are you okay?
I am J-Dog. Let me introduce our first guest to you. He
not a guest, a co-host
of
the show.
No, sir, you are not. Fans of this show will probably know his work.
Prefer to have me as the host.
Nope. They'll know your work from such films as Nothing But Trouble. Is that something?
Sure, why not? Nothing But Trouble.
The Disorderlies or McOrderlies? What was that called?
McOrderlies?
The
Yep,
McOrderlies. And King Kong Up in the Butt. Right? That's coming out in March.
It's weird you have all these written down.
I do.
You could have done better.
And that is an exploration of little tiny humans going up into
King Kong's
rectum. Yes,
Yep.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that.
Yep. It's a lot like Inner Space.
The most inner of spaces, some may say.
I don't know if that's...
I don't know. I guess
anybody would say that.
I guess the vagina is also very inner. I don't know. I mean, those are the...
there's tons of inside of the body. You don't need to go through one of the few canals that connects to the outside.
You know what? The mouth is probably the one that you can
I would
get
say
in the farthest.
inside your heart is the innest of inside the body.
You're gross. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay.
There's
by the way,
door.
I'm fine with that. Good luck.
I have to say, and I'll introduce you in a second, he is a pinch hitter today. That's exciting. You're in because we had a guest cancel last minute.
Doesn't that make me feel great?
It certainly does. And you know that. It's not like I'm springing it on you.
No, I know.
Every once in a while, I'll get a call from a publicist, and they'll say a big Hollywood star is very interested in appearing on the program.
This show is awful. This is worst show of the year so far.
It's
starting with awful bragging on your part.
Hot Hollywood project coming out.
Hollywood publicists have your number.
Yes,
Lucky
they do.
You.
They call me on speed dial. Is speed dial still a thing, by the way?
Is that a real question?
Remember when speed dial came out?
Yes,
it was
of course
like
speed dial is still a thing.
I have limited time
Do you have favorites
in
on
my
your phone?
calling capabilities.
on
The
your
time
phone?
of day I have to call people is so limited.
Man, you are
I need to
out of control
streamline
today.
the dialing process.
People are fast forwarding, hoping that you perish during this intro.
Let's get to our first guest. He is a wonderful actor, and people know him as Ralphie from The League. And King Ralphie, was that your nickname?
King Ralphie, yeah, sure, why not?
And he's been on this program maybe 3 times before. Please welcome Jason McLiverneck.
How dare you?
Mantzoukas.
How dare
Jason
you?
Mantzoukas. Hello, Jason.
I'm curious, how many, besides Paul, how many times...
Spit
who's
it out,
been on
you
more
fucking
than me?
moron.
Who's been on more than me? Is what I want to know.
There's an easy way to say that. Who's been out more than me?
I just said it.
English, my child.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm not really interested in those kinds of, bits of trivia about Comedy Bang Bang. I just prefer to do the work. Other people can
just talk
reflect
about
upon it,
yourself and all the Hollywood bigwigs that are trying to get
other
in
people
touch with
can
you.
annotate it and certainly make their wikis about it. But I prefer to just put my head forward.
Sure.
Blinders on, my dear boy.
Okay. Oh, God. So many My Dear Boys already.
Yep.
If you're counting My Dear Boys, I think we're already at 3 for
We're
the
at
app.
the MDB 3 count. Jason,
Scotty,
you certainly did step in,
how
and
are
I
you?
appreciate that. I saw you yesterday. Let's talk
Yes.
about this. I saw you. We had made plans yesterday, did we
Correct.
not? You
we
and
did.
I.
We were going to go see John Wick Chapter 2.
Chapter 2,
Very excited
of
to
which
see
I
it.
hope this is a 27, 28 chapter
I would watch it like that, yes.
thrillology.
I could not be a more enormous fan of John Wick Chapter 1, what we all now know to be Chapter 1.
They should have called it Chapter 1. Don't you agree? I think
I think that releasing a movie like that with a Chapter 1 is pretty hubristic.
but I mean, that's the thing. If you don't call it Chapter 1, you should not be allowed to make a Chapter 2.
Really?
Yes, you should. When you come out with a movie, like
So
say,
this should be Chapter 1.
Yes, exactly.
Chapter 2 should be Chapter 1, and John Wick is the introduction.
Exactly. And then there should be an epilogue.
Okay.
And footnotes and a bibliography.
Oh, okay.
No, but if you, what's a movie out right now in theaters? Lego Batman. You should call
Sure.
it Lego Batman 1, or else you're not allowed by Hollywood to make a sequel.
That has been proven not true by every single movie and sequel in history.
Well, Star Wars Episode, what was it, 4? What was the first one, 4?
Really?
You're a big Star Wars head, right?
Yes.
You're a, what do you call him, a Wookiee?
Yeah, I'm a Wookiee. Man, you are just on fire. You know what, buddy? Not a fan today.
Not a fan? Well, you certainly were a fan yesterday when we made
Episode
plans.
4, yes.
Yes.
And did I, spoiler alert, I did not make the movie.
You did not make the movie. You
not
bought
make the movie.
all the tickets.
I bought all
as
the
a matter.
tickets.
Let's roll down the credits of who was there.
Sure.
Okay,
Go
we
for
have
it.
Nick Kroll.
Yes.
Special appearance by Seth Morris.
Yes.
And featuring, or introducing
I think.
Kulap Vilaysack.
Yep.
And starring myself.
No, I think you were like a grip on this.
We all were going to go to John Wick Chapter 2, and you approximately, I'm going to say 12 minutes
Yes.
prior to the movie starting,
Correct.
texted all of us in a fury saying,
Not a fury, just as an update.
as a concerned citizen,
Yep, not a concerned citizen, just as an update on my whereabouts.
would you call this an update?
Yeah.
I have run out of gas. Can someone please help me? That's an update
Yes.
on your whereabouts.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't say, can someone please help me? I was saying, if somebody were to have gas in their house.
Who has gas in their
Anybody
house?
who has a lawnmower.
12 minutes
Anybody who
before
has a lawnmower.
Anybody who has a lawnmower.
I don't know. I get it. You're a big fancy Hollywood bigwig. You got people that come and mow your lawn, your estate lawn.
It does not take a Hollywood bigwig to have a gardener.
Oh,
Practically every. I would say,
wowee.
okay, and maybe this is the
Wowee.
Hollywood bubble I live in.
Here we
but
are.
Let's break down the
Lock
percentages
him
of
up.
people
Lock
who have
him up.
who
Lock
have
him up.
gardening
Lock
services
him up.
or some sort of what do you call it when someone's a gardener and they mow the
Speak, my dear boy. Nailed it.
MDB4. What percentage of people do you think have a gardener? I would say
In Los Angeles?
78, 82%.
Yeah.
No, not just in Los Angeles. I mean, worldwide.
Oh, no. Not,
Worldwide, I'm
70
saying.
to 82%?
Yeah.
That just shows how out of touch you are. There are so many people listening to this podcast right now on their way to
Thank
work,
you.
on the bus.
Thank you very much.
Working on the
All right,
subway,
let's get
walking
to,
around.
let's get to the
You're
story.
the worst.
Thank you so
You're
much
the worst.
for the compliment. There are so many people listening.
And not as many people that listen to How Did This Get Made, I will say that. What's that?
Really? Mm-hmm. You're going to start pulling rank on your show, which
just
comes
gonna-
out so infrequently
gonna drink my
that
coffee.
it can build up
Just saying.
listeners.
What do I know? I'm just saying.
I prefer to put
when
out
we're
a regular
measuring
product.
the length of our podcasts.
Now, you never made the movie, but I did happen to see you on the street.
I will say this, not only did I run out of gas, but upon then trying to push my car out of the middle of the street, I locked my keys in my car.
Yes. That was the part that we didn't understand because we were saying just get to the theater because you were about a block away.
Correct.
Just get to the theater.
Yeah.
We'll drive you to gas afterwards.
Nope.
And then we also found out you locked
Locked my keys in my car.
And
because that was my plan. I was like, oh, I'll just walk to the theater.
Sure.
And then afterwards we'll figure out the gas situation.
Sure.
But then as I was pushing the car out of the street and the door closed behind me, the keys were still inside.
And who does not have a car that you can't lock your keys in your car anymore. You know what I mean? Like
My
it's
car's
not
from
possible.
1989.
Is
I
it
drive
really?
a car from 1989.
Why?
Did you not know that?
I guess I didn't. I mean, look,
Don't worry
it's not
about
like
it.
I have the greatest car in the world, but 1989?
Well,
the Taylor Swift?
You drive a Kia Sedona, right?
I don't know what either of those words mean.
A Hyundai Sonata? What do you
No.
drive?
Have you ever heard of the word Porsche? My dear boy.
Oh, God.
BB5.
You drive Porsche de Rossi around?
Jason.
How we doing?
Not good.
Not one of our best.
Not one of the
Not
best.
One
Look,
of the best.
let's get off this whole talk about gas and petrol and cars that we
You
drive.
wanted to tell this story.
I did, merely because I wanted to say that
We were going to the movies yesterday.
we were going to the movies yesterday, and we had not even a glimmer in either of our eyes that our big Hollywood big shot guest would drop out mere hours before the show, and that I would ask you to do this very show.
And that, you know what? I will say this. How nice is it that the universe robbed us of an opportunity to hang out yesterday,
Right.
but gave us an opportunity to hang out today? Why you're being such a dick about it today, I do not know.
God closes a door, he opens
Are you very religious?
up the door. I'm very religious.
Very
yes.
religious.
Yes. I mean, it's not one religion. It's probably all religions.
Were you raised religious?
I was, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was. Why?
I'm just curious.
Really? It sounds like you're about to go on the attack.
0%. I'm genuinely curious if you were raised religious.
I mean, did I sing in Sunday school the wonderful song about I'm not made from a monkey?
How does that
Sure,
go?
of course I did.
How does that
I'm
go?
not made from a monkey monkey ain't made from me.
Is this a real thing?
This is a real
Ooh,
thing.
I love this. Now I'm glad I asked. How
You're
long
a
did
fan of music in general.
I'm a fan of music. I'm not a fan of you singing.
Okay, thank you.
Nor am I a fan of musicals, which I know that is your bread and butter.
My B&B.
Yep.
Did you say bread and bud?
But.
Oh.
But so
Bread and
did you do musicals in church, like church musicals?
I may have done a few, certainly.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I may have done.
Was that where you
yes.
caught the musical bug, the theater bug?
I did catch the theater bug around that time. You're right. Now I'm putting it together when you bring it up. Certainly, it may have started in church. I'm a lot like Beyonce in that respect. I started off singing in the church choir, and just that's ingrained in me. And so that's when you hear me
This
singing.
is not the first time I've heard you compare yourself to Beyonce, actually. Did you watch the Grammys?
I did watch the Grammys, yes.
Oh, actually, what day is it right now?
It was well, the Grammys were a while ago.
Oh,
but
they
we
were a while
certainly
ago.
did watch
Okay,
it. Yes.
disregard then.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not necessarily relevant.
the Oscars are coming up.
Ooh.
We're winding down February.
Yes, that's true.
Let's talk about the Oscars.
Oh, do we need to talk about snubs
Who
and
do you,
flubs?
snubs, flubs? What do you got? What do you got? How many snubs do you have? How many flubs do you have?
I don't know.
When you're counting up the Oscars.
I did not pay too much attention to what's going on.
Well, we got Moonlight, of course.
Of course, wonderful. I'm on board. I love that movie.
I liked it. I thought there was a weird kind of, and maybe you might have noticed it, like a homoerotic subtext going on in it. I thought it was like very, very, very under the surface, I thought.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, maybe I'm a smart cinephile and I noticed it. But
Oh, you're a very astute movie analyzer.
Movie analyzer. God.
Analyze this.
Jason, stop flipping me up. Can we get a picture? Where is Kevin with his photos? He's always barging in here at the wrong, inopportune time. Look,
The wrong inopportune time.
Stop.
We're just
Okay,
a
stop.
mess. We're a
Stop.
mess. You
Enough.
stop. You stop.
Enough.
You stop.
I'm not doing this anymore with
I
you.
win. You know what? We're gonna take a break.
No,
This
we're
is
not
Comedy
taking a
Bang-
break.
What?
We still have much more to talk about.
Fine.
Who out of anyone in Hollywood who has not won
Yeah.
an Oscar?
Sure.
And that's not just people.
Yes, of course.
Not just people nominated for this year.
But just people that are in Hollywood.
People in Hollywood. Who would you like to see win that Oscar gold?
I will say this. Almost every time I see a movie and I think to myself, ooh, I wish that movie had been cast differently. The person that I always want in one of the roles is Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam
Interesting.
Rockwell.
From Charlie's Angels. Chapter 1.
I guess so, yeah. From Charlie's Angels. Has he done anything since?
By the way, and you shouldn't be able to call your sequel Full Throttle unless your first one is called Half Throttle.
And it's so weird because you are wearing a Charlie's Angels Full Throttle t-shirt today.
I am. I love it. I love that film.
And he doesn't have an Oscar, so I'd give Sam Rockwell.
Sammy hasn't been up to a lot lately that I've noticed.
He's in stuff, but you're right.
Have you worked with him before?
No, never.
Never?
Never.
Have you ever met him before?
I've met him just like socially.
Like, did you do one of these?
I did one of these. We shook hands.
Right. Yeah, Jason and I were both sort of gesturing our hands up and down in a sort of a vertical manner.
Sure.
Yeah. And you grasped the hand as well?
We clasped hands.
Right. Okay, good.
And shook them
good to know.
vigorously.
Okay, good. So Sam Rockwell's your guy.
I think almost every movie would be better with Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Like
name a movie like 50 Shades Darker.
So this movie great. 50 Shades Darker, 100% better with Sam Rockwell.
In place of Dakota Johnson.
Okay, yeah. It's just Jamie Dornan and Sam Rockwell.
I would be there.
By the way, into it.
Very into it.
But, I would swap out Jamie Dornan in a heartbeat.
Really? I don't know this Dornan guy.
I would swap out Jamie Dornan with a bag of highway oranges. And I think that would be a more erotic movie. Like legitimately.
What? I don't know. I've never seen the films. I've just seen clips of it. You know,
when you jerk off, when you watch it on Pornhub, you're like, ooh, now I'm done. That's you.
You are severely mischaracterizing my sex life.
That's you. Yeah, right.
Look, but what is this Dornan guy from?
Like, Scott, what are you doing?
Who is this gentleman from the 50 Shades franchise? By the way, they did it right. 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades
They're based on
darker
books.
than
They're based
gray.
on books.
Oh, okay.
They can.
Yeah. So what is he from?
You blew it.
You blew it, by the way.
It,
Kevin's
buddy.
in here. You missed it.
You missed it,
pal. Oh, God. What is this gentleman from?
Oh, he is, I think the thing that
was he on Suits or something?
No. I think he was from The Fall. I think that's the big thing that he was from, the British show The Fall. With,
what is The Fall? What is The Fall?
With Gillian Anderson. It is
Gillian Anderson from the X-Files?
From the X-Files. That was his thing. I think he was the bad guy in the show The Fall.
Ooh, now you've piqued my interest.
It's a British crime show, a la your Broadchurches or your Happy Valleys.
Or what is that one that Kristen Brun is in?
Oh, I don't know.
What is it, the weirdo detective?
The Weirdo Detective?
He's in some show. He keeps talking about it on the show. He's on some like crime show. I think it's on BBC or something like that.
I don't know what it is.
The Artful Dodger or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Something like that. Anyway, it's some guy's name. I can't remember. Anyway, it's not worth it. Don't even look it up.
Wow. Wow. This is you're telling your audience to not watch that show.
I wouldn't watch it. If I were them, I wouldn't watch it.
Okay.
And first of all,
I will say
First of all, I am glad I am not my audience.
Yeah, I will say
I'm glad I'm me.
Wow.
I'm glad I'm me.
See,
and
you know
not
what?
them.
I would love to be my audience because I think they're great. I'm talking about the audience for How Did This Get Made, which far surpasses the audience for this show.
Boo. Oscars.
Oscars.
Okay,
snubs,
here's a question.
flubs.
Here's a question.
Yes. What are you going to wear?
Out of every Oscar-winning actor, and I call female actresses actors, as you'll notice, because
strange that you
I don't want to be
include
gender
actress.
specific.
Okay.
But out of every Oscar-winning actor, pick 5, who is your dream SNL cast?
Wait, what?
Pick 5
previous Oscar winners as my dream SNL cast?
Yes. And pick who's doing Update.
Oh, God, this is really difficult. Well, okay, we can throw Tom Hanks in there because we know
Tom Hanks, he's one of the best at it.
He can do SNL and he's won Oscars.
There you go, Mr. David S. Pumpkins himself.
Okay, stop screaming at me.
I'm sorry, but I get excited about it.
You are shot out of a cannon today. You're on fire.
I have to say, I had a busy morning.
Really?
And, I'm on it today. So, okay, we got Hanks, of course.
Oh yeah. Let's see, who else has won Oscars that could handle it? Oh, Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz, a funny man who has somehow fallen into dramatic acting.
I believe he could handle the rigors of the SNL schedule.
that is safe to say.
Oh yeah, no, he'd be up all night Tuesday night, writing his little heart out.
He knows the rigors of the SNL schedule.
Kristen
Wiig, yes, great Oscar-winning actor.
But didn't she win for Didn't she?
She won for Ghostbusters.
No, she
Answer the
didn't.
Call.
I thought she won for Bridesmaid script, but she didn't, did she?
She did not. No.
Son of a bitch, I thought she had.
Darn it. How about Jim Rash or Nat Faxon?
Oh, that's true. They won for Descendants. I'll take both of them.
How about Roberto Benigni?
Oh,
So
God.
funny. Crawling across those chairs. I
Sure.
looked at him and I said, he has a gift for physical comedy. And I'm watching it right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I would put him. How about the little tramp himself, Charles Chaplin, doing Update in character.
Okay.
In character as
Okay.
the little tramp.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Man, is Trump the new Charlie
new president?
Chaplin?
He's my president,
By
yeah.
by basically taking on the most powerful figure in mockery, is Trump the new Charlie Chaplin?
Is Trump
Baldwin.
the new
Is
Charlie
Baldwin
Chaplin?
the new Charlie Chaplin?
This
is off the
I'm
rails.
This
is
not,
terrible.
and not in the way of when you retire a train
Disregard.
for wonderful service. Like, thank you, train. You had 50 good years on the
Yep.
rails. We're putting you off the rails and we're giving you a gold watch. This is Trump the new Charlie Chaplin? I'll agree with your premise. Yes, Trump is the new Charlie Chaplin.
By the way, let's make that movie.
By the way,
let's make that movie.
If he were to say, you know what? I'm tired of being president. I'm going to make a bunch of little tramp films. I'm on board. I'm on board. And you know what? I give him forgiveness for all of his past transgressions. And I say, you know what? You had the clarity of mind and vision to say, this job is not for me. I should get out of it. And I'm going to go make, physical comedies.
I would love nothing more.
Yeah.
And if he grew a little mustache and went straight into pratfalls and physical.
Do you think he can grow a little mustache? I can't tell. I've never seen any facial hair on him.
No, that's true. Never.
Wait, if you're a listener out there, and I pray you are, send us your memes of Trump as Charlie Chaplin, the new Charlie Chaplin.
Or just Trump with a mustache.
Trump with a must.
Trump with a mustache.
Trump with a must. By the way, that's a good title for this episode, Trump with a must.
Ash.
Although I don't want Trump with a title.
I don't think so.
Yeah, get out of here. Okay,
No.
we got to come up with a new one. Look, J-Dog, we are...
Gonna take a break here.
Yes.
Comedy Bang Bang. We're
I
gonna be
want
back
to
in
say
just
that,
a
though.
second.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have a couple of really interesting people. I've never had
Very excited.
either of them on the show before. And that's what it's all about. Sometimes if a big Hollywood star drops out, you get, someone on the...
Here's
Would you
the
say you're
thing.
on the C list or the D list?
Here, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. G list, probably? Where am I at?
G-spot list.
Yeah. Just like put your fingers in, but like angle them up a
Okay,
little.
we're going to take a break.
You know what I'm saying?
And when we come back, we'll have more Comedy Bang Bang after this.
The G-spot.
Wouldn't it be great if everything was created equal? I mean, all men are created equal, as the Constitution says, or maybe the Declaration of Independence. I got to read those things. Anyway, I will say not all ingredients are created equal. We know that for a fact because fresh, high-quality ingredients make a real difference. So it's important to know where your food comes from. And thankfully, for less than $10 per person per meal, Blue Apron delivers easy-to-follow recipes along with pre-proportioned ingredients, courtesy of over 150 local farms, ranches, and fisheries across the United States right to your door. That's right, Blue Apron. We've been getting it over the past few weeks, and it's pretty tasty, I gotta say. And you know what? It's fun. Kulap will come home after a hard day of supporting her family, and I'll be sitting there, and I'll be on my 8th glass of wine, and we'll make dinner together, and it is fun. It's just fun to do, and you like food better when you actually make it yourself. And because Blue Apron ships the exact amount of each ingredient required for a recipe, there's no food waste. It's everything you need to make sustainable and delicious home-cooked meals in 40 minutes or less. Now, some of the meals available in February include cashew chicken stir-fry with tango mandarins and jasmine rice. Yummy. Udon noodle soup with miso and soft-boiled eggs for my tummy. Roasted pork with apple, walnut, and farro salad, and crispy barramundi with quinoa and roasted carrot salad. Yum, yum, yum. Here comes the train. Here it come. You're going to eat these up, and you're going to love it. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/CBB. You're going to love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so do not wait. That's blueapron.com/CBB. Blueapron.com/CBB. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. A lot of people wonder, what's my next move? If you're playing football, very important. What's my next move? Do I block? Do I tackle? Other football terms? You're about to make your next move, I would think. 2017, that is a year that we're going to do things. Maybe you're going to start a business. Maybe you're going to change careers. Boy, I wish I could change careers. Oh, man. 22 years in, I am sick of this. Maybe you want to launch a creative project in 2017. God, I would love to launch a creative project. I love show business. Oh, man, I love it so much. Okay, regardless of what you're doing in 2017, be sure to lock down your next move with a very great partner, Squarespace. Squarespace, that's right, Squarespace. Used by a wide range of people, businesses, what do we have? Musicians, designers, artists, restaurateurs. I even heard from some magicians and mentalists who use Squarespace. Yes, that's right. Squarespace allows you to create everything from a professional blog to a portfolio from which to showcase your work, to an online store where you can officially open for business. You even get a unique domain to set you apart in your field. Plus, with Squarespace's award-winning templates, creating a beautiful website is simple and it's intuitive as all get out. I said all get out, not AF. You can add and arrange your content and features with but the click of a mouse. And there's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. Though if you do have a question, Squarespace's award-winning 24/7 customer support can help you with any problem, no matter how technical or trivial seeming. So start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code BANGBANG to get 10% off your first purchase plus a free domain. That is BANGBANG, B-A-N-G, for 10% off your first purchase. Squarespace, make your next move, make your next website. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. We have Jason Mantzoukas, and he's sipping from what looks to be some sort of a pot of, is it Java or is it hydrogen mixed with a little bit of oxygen?
Oh, boy. You are just going for it today. That is coffee. I have coffee in my coffee mug, Scott.
You have coffee in your coffee mug?
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Very nice.
I made it at home.
Approximately how much coffee do you drink, fluid ounces wise, per annum?
I'm not answering that.
You're not? Okay.
No, I would have engaged with
I wish you had those types of statistics at the ready.
About my coffee intake, but you have to make it absurd. At a certain point, I just can't abide.
All right. Well, try to keep yourself involved during our interview with the next guests.
Try to not embarrass yourself.
All right. I will try.
Listeners, just keep remembering, there are episodes of How Did This Get Made available to listen to.
Very few episodes, by the way. I'm almost up at 450, 500 episodes, not including live ones. How many of you?
I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase quality, not quantity.
I've heard of the phrase, if it pays, it lays. Is that a phrase?
Okay. That's not a phrase.
That's not a phrase?
I can't imagine you've heard it. And this whole thing has fallen apart.
I swear I heard it once.
If it bleeds, it leads.
If it bleeds. All right, let's get to our next guests. They are, this is interesting. They're community activists. That's very interesting. I wonder what community they're from.
And they appear to be very dear friends based on their
body positioning.
And their interactions earlier, off the air.
Off the air, they were having some interactions. I don't want to spoil that for the listener because they were off air. Maybe they were on background. Maybe they were off the record. I don't know. But they certainly know they're being recorded right now for a podcast, and we're going to talk to them.
Did we start?
It's happening now.
It's happening.
Lord.
Oh my God! I
wasn't sure. I'm shy by nature.
Are you really? Okay.
Not by nurture.
So you were not raised to be shy. You were born shy.
Honey, I was born shy.
Honey, she came out of the womb with a library book and a cardigan.
It's true.
I've always wondered that about the band Naughty by Nature, if there was a similar band, Naughty by Nurture.
I know not of what you speak, but that sounds fun.
Not a music fan?
I don't love music. No.
You don't like any music?
No, of course I'm kidding. I love music, but I don't know about these new bands that are out.
She loves Celtic women.
Oh, wow.
I do love them.
She loves Charlotte Church.
Oh, wow. Yeah, great.
I saw Charlotte Church.
You did?
Of all places, church.
Oh, of course.
And she was late. I turned around. She was coming in. I started crying, I'll be honest.
Wow. That's like seeing Joe Pesci drinking coffee.
I don't understand.
His
the
name
reference,
is in the
but-
thing.
Oh, Java Pesci.
Nope. You're happy with that?
I'm very happy with it. And I think it's going in the best ofs at the end of the year. Let me introduce
I
you
doubt
guys.
it very much.
Let me introduce you guys. We have, you're both named Tricia. Tricia.
We are.
We are named Tricia.
And you're-
Sometimes we're Trish, depending on how many glasses of white I've had.
And you're Tricia R.
I'm Tricia R, honey.
And you're Tricia L.
Whereas I'm Tricia L.
And are you both Patricias?
No, just Tricia.
You're both just Tricia.
Just Tricia.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Until you just said it, I didn't realize Tricia was short for Patricia.
We
didn't either.
It isn't always,
what?
apparently.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
know how
What we're learning now.
You know how they say like Xmas is taking the Christ out of Christmas? That's like taking your dad out of Tricia, out of Patricia, so it's like almost an insult to your dad.
But
if you
and
shorten
also
it.
lucky because Tricia, what a great name, and both of you have it.
Well,
because
Thank you, honey.
God forbid you could have both been Patties.
Oh, I know. I know
Or
a Patty. and
Strike
she
me
is-
down
yeah.
when I go by Patty.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Because patty is like it's a hamburger.
It's a hamburger. It's your neighbor that gossips too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know a Pat.
We know a Pat.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do?
Oh yeah.
Not to be confused with Patty. We know a
Okay.
Patty
So
too.
this is a totally separate thread that
this
you're
is a
pulling
Pat.
on. You know a pat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
We know a
good.
Pat.
Yeah, and you know a patty.
She's gorgeous.
She's really.
Oh, honey, she's gorgeous.
Wow.
She has gorgeous hair.
She has
Oh, wow.
hair that I would
Hair
never
for
have
days.
known could have been on a human. Yeah.
Is it long or is it?
It is
Oh, it's-
thick. It is a
It's just
curtain
thick.
of thickness. Yeah.
So is it short hair but just thick?
It's about below the shoulders, which for me still qualifies as short.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
could do a campaign for mane and tail, honey. She's got such good hair.
Wow. Okay. And I don't know what that is. Is that
Oh, it's like,
magazine?
Shampoo for horses.
It's for horses,
Yeah.
but
Got it.
you can use it in your own head.
Yep.
Oh, really? If you have thick horse-like hair.
Absolutely.
And what type of shampoo do you use, if I may ask, Tricia?
I use Pantene Pro V. I just like what they do and what their message is.
And Tricia?
What is their message?
Yeah. What is
Just
there?
vitamins sustaining your hair and kind of
Yeah.
getting all those nutrients in. I
Isn't
love
that great?
nutrients. Yeah.
Vitamins, whether they be going straight into our hair or our bodies or whatever, just invaluable, I think.
My hair is very absorbent.
invaluable.
So,
If you put vitamins in your hair, do they go through your bloodstream
They
as
go
well?
directly into
Absolutely.
the bloodstream. It's been proven by the FDA multiple times.
and that's why you should do a hair milk wash.
Oh,
That's how
wow.
I get calcium is through my hair.
Why does the FDA keep proving this? It seems like they'd move on to something else.
You know, we had a friend that was in the FDA.
we did.
Really? Who is this?
It's a
Patty.
family friend.
Patty.
Patty.
It was Patty. Now that you mention it, was.
And I just want to be clear, we're talking about the Food and Drug Administration.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Just
And
for
she
some of
was
these
a
listeners.
businesswoman when she would come into a party. I always rushed over to her. What's going on? Because she worked for the FDA, didn't she, Trish?
I'm like, but I'm only surprised that you were that forthcoming based on how shy you said you were.
Well, I told you I worked through my shyness.
Oh, yeah.
She did a conference.
And that's why I said that I was born shy. But honey, I'm not shy.
Oh,
All
wow.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's nurture.
So you are shy by nature, but you are outgoing by nurture.
Absolutely. I nurtured myself right out.
Great. And you went through a conference, Tricia said?
She went to a conference that I paid for.
Oh, wow.
Because I was tired of her
Isn't
being
that
shy.
nice?
It was so sweet. For my 40th, she sent me to that damn conference, and I came out. I went in kicking my legs. I came out walking straight.
Okay.
So wait,
But you came in kicking your
you were
legs.
kicking your legs, but when you came out, you're just walking
Walking
normally?
straight.
They dragged me in kicking and screaming.
Oh,
I
wow.
came out with a
so you had to be
straight-
dragged in.
I had to be dragged in, but I came out with a straight gait.
How long was the...
And a book deal, honey.
Whoa.
And a book deal.
Wow.
Well, I shouldn't be saying it, but I get worked up
Trisha,
around
keep
men
it
and
inside.
microphones.
Keep it
All right.
inside.
But you have a book deal? You're writing a book?
I'm writing a book. It's called Here We Go.
Here we go.
That's great.
And is there a subtitle that explains that?
I don't know yet, but it's something about just getting out there and going on with it.
That as a title alone, I feel like that is very evocative of moving on with life.
Well, it
and
also
getting-
is if I picked up a
Yes.
book and it said "Here we go," that entices me to start reading the
Yep.
book. Because
Absolutely,
it's
Scott.
like
Like,
instructions.
Would you read a book that the title was like, and that's it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, we're going to an airport, so I figure you're going through the airport. You're at Hudson News. Here we go.
So you have a book deal with Hudson News.
Absolutely, honey.
So
It's a Hudson
the book,
News exclusive.
The book
It's
goes straight to the airports.
Hudson
Great.
News Press.
What percentage of people do you think buy a book on their way out of the airport?
I'd say 14%. I've done the diagnostics.
14?
14.
Yeah. It's a hard 14%.
Yeah.
Wow.
that are people who are just getting off a plane and are like, ooh, I got to get a book.
Well, sometimes people have currency. My daughter-in-law went to Toronto 3 years ago.
Brag.
She had to exchange, I don't know what their currency is called. Okay, I don't take time
Well,
to
there's
know.
loonies, there's toonies.
Exactly, whatever they use. She was coming out of the bookstore. This must have been 3 years ago. She had an extra 20, whatever that.
Her pocket's just jangling with toonies.
So she decided to buy some magazines.
Wow.
Some magazines. This is a good story.
Wow.
She bought a couple times.
Okay, a couple times.
A couple of time
a couple of the
magazines,
same issue.
She has a 3-bedroom house. It's gorgeous. So you put one in each bathroom.
Oh, wow. There you go. I don't like magazines in the bathroom.
You don't? Why not? Because it entices you to stay
Why?
on the toilet too long?
Here's the thing. People will put magazines next to their toilets.
Right.
But toilets, when you flush it, shit comes out.
That's why it's
and
to
is
cover your
just
toothbrush.
drenching your magazines.
Also, I wonder how many people say, "Oh, this must be the toilet paper," and then they use
Here's
the
the other
magazine.
thing.
Not
You
my
go to-
home.
Here's the other thing. You go to a doctor's office.
Yeah.
It's all sick people.
Yeah.
All they're doing is touching all the magazines.
Touching magazines,
So
yeah.
why on earth would I touch the magazines at the doctor's
What do you
office?
do when you go into the doctor's
I
office? What do you
stand
touch?
quietly in the corner
Yeah, face to
until
the
it's
wall.
my time to go into the room. Then I go in. I stand in the corner of the
Do
room.
you pump yourself up with music on the
Yep,
headphones like Eminem or something?
Yep. I listen to the soundtrack to 8 Mile.
See, I've always been of the school of feed your kids some dirt.
Get them
Introduce
over
the
it.
germs to the immune system real early on. So when we go to the doctor's office, I have them paw around with the magazines. I have them play
Yeah.
with the magazines.
By the way, that's probably smart.
Are you an anti-vaxxer, by the way? I meant to
Yes.
ask you.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And
I
this
wondered.
is where we separate.
This is where we
This is where you
separate.
part
Honey,
ways.
I don't want to get into it here in front of these nice men. I don't want to do it.
Well, I do because, honey, we have a microphone, which means we have a platform,
Okay.
and I'm going to use it. Vaccines are bad,
Okay.
Okay.
and that's all I'll say.
And I'll say that vaccines are
That's
good.
it.
That's it. Oh, okay. So we
That's
have
the
we have both
least the
sides
least
represented.
obnoxious person who's
Yeah.
talking about that.
Her brother-in-law was a PA on Vaxxed.
The documentary.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Honey, I read Jenny McCarthy's book and I never turned back.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if that's where we. Well, yeah. Whatever. Why not?
So
It's in my
guys,
bathroom.
you're obviously here for a purpose, for a reason. I have you here. What community are you from, by the way?
Well, that is a strong word, community.
Community.
Oh.
We live in a small area.
That's okay. You're describing what a
So
community is.
a community, or maybe
Is it a bunch
neighborhood?
of residences?
Okay, it is.
Okay, boys.
We are neighbors.
We are neighbors.
And
We live in
have
a cul-de-sac, which
we
means
live in
a
a
circle.
It's a circle without an end. We
Well,
both
there-
live at the dead end of a.
The
of a
end would be where you go out the cul-de-sac,
Very
onto the other
existential.
street.
Right.
We call that the urethra.
Oh, you do?
You're
Trish, I don't know
Sorry,
about
I'm
you.
having fun. I'm having fun.
She gets us way around handsome men. Okay.
Now hush.
I can't help but
which of the
notice
two
that,
of us, by the way, is handsome?
one of you is wearing a wedding ring, but one of you isn't.
Oh
okay.
no. Okay, I'll be honest. Mine's at the polisher.
Oh, okay.
You guys have a polisher in your community?
We have a polisher. He is hand to God, the sweetest man I've ever met. He's been polishing so much that
He polished our daughter's trophies.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
That's true.
That's when we started working with him.
Big job for him, or
You better believe it's a big
What
job for him.
what are the trophies for?
Horseback riding.
Oh wow.
Karate.
karate?
Mixed martial arts.
Oh, wow.
Prayer.
Oh wow.
okay.
Prayer trophy.
Chorus.
Tennis. My son did tennis
Why are you saying the S's at the end of these words so hard?
just to be heard by people.
Right, yeah.
Trying to be clear on the mic.
Great. And so you're both married, in other words.
We are both
Guilty
married.
as charged, honey.
How long
Okay?
have you guys been married? And how
14
old are
years.
these kids?
I have been married, I swear to God, 27 years.
What?
I still
Look at
can't
me.
believe it.
That's impossible.
Even the best years of my life.
So you must be about 45 to 47.
I'm 47 next week, honey.
So you've been outgoing for about 7 years now.
That's
Ever
amazing.
since that conference
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
your 40th, as we
That was
established.
my gift to him. An open mouth.
And his gift to you was the money. How much money was it?
For the conference?
Okay. La la la. I'm not listening. I don't want to know.
Now, what money are we talking about? I missed something. I blacked out.
You paid
conference.
for the conference for her to be.
I'm not going to tell you. It was $400.
Oh wow.
That's a good
That's
amount of
like-
money
yeah.
to give to a friend.
Honey, it was 4 weeks of work.
That's like if you went to a wedding, you would probably a $400 gift would be.
Oh, my Lord.
I can't imagine what is that?
Give him a Connect 4 and get it over with.
Pretty sneaky, sis.
So you guys, both of you are married. You both have children. I know
We
you
both
do.
have daughters.
I
You
have
do,
4
Tricia L.
gorgeous children.
Wow.
Thank
I
you.
have 2.
Impressive.
So 6 children between you. Do you ever look at it that way? Like we have on the average, we have 3 children
We
apiece.
switch them up. Mine are at her house. Hers are at mine. We have
We
to call.
always
Who's
say
They're
doing dinner
all
tonight?
very close
Very close.
together. Are they
close.
similar
Our
age?
sons are best friends.
Oh, nice.
And we have 2 daughters who are best friends.
Yep, Ashley L and Ashley R. And funnily enough, my daughter's name is Ashley. I'm Tricia L.
Right.
My daughter's name is
Ashley R. Interesting.
Her middle name's
She's
Rachel.
Tricia
Ashley
L.
Rachel.
She's Tricia R.
I'm Tricia R. My
Her
son's
daughters-
name is Tom L. after his great uncle Leonard. So it becomes a whole mishmash around
Wow.
the holidays.
Sure.
We mix up our Christmas cards. We don't know who's who.
Yeah. Do you ever just like throw them in a pile and go, let's just share all these? And
I love that though.
I bet you do.
So, am I correct? Like, you guys must have kids that are now getting off to college, maybe?
Oh, honey,
Or
don't even say the word because the waterworks will
empty
start.
nest? Is empty nest syndrome
Well, I'm saying I
around
have-
the corner?
I have sent 3 of my children to college.
Wow.
Okay, and now we are at my last one. She's going to Tufts next fall.
Oh my God!
Now,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ashley R is also going to test.
We have 2 tough girls going off. We're so excited, but it is going to be an empty nest, and I have to admit, I'm scared.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine, honey. I still have my son.
That's lucky.
Yeah, in the home with me.
How old is he?
4.
Oh wow!
So
he's
late-
quite a bit younger.
Yes, he's much younger.
He
we
is
had.
the sweetest thing.
Is he a
was,
mistake, baby?
He was, well, we call him a surprise.
Okay. There you
Okay,
go.
that's one way to call what he is. Okay,
What else would you call him?
Unwanted, I guess. Would
Oh,
be
yeah.
the-
he is a little
Tucker.
sweetheart. He is Tucker.
Tucker.
Is so
Tucker?
fun.
Tucker.
So
I have a
Tuck-
picture of Tucker on my phone. That's how much I love Tucker.
So Tucker is still going to be with you, so you don't have the empty nest thing
I know. I'm gonna
happening
have
for quite a while,
for
another
quite a
14
while.
years at
I'm-
least.
I'm very lucky. Well, that's why I keep telling Tricia over here. I keep telling her,
I'm jealous.
honey, put a hole in the condom.
I know. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
poke
guys
a
are
hole
using
in that condom.
You guys are using condoms?
we do.
Oh, interesting.
You're 47 years
I have
old.
sensitive skin.
It's a
You have sensitive skin.
what? And how's that germane to what we're talking about?
Well, honey, think about it. Okay.
Okay, I'm thinking about it. I don't quite know what you mean. You have sensitive skin,
My
so you make
husband
your
has
husband wear condoms?
Does he have a very acidic
Well, honey,
load?
he does. He has a very low pH balance. He has ashy skin.
Oh, goodness,
Okay.
yeah.
And so when we are now, if we go on vacation, if we go somewhere north,
Okay.
he lubes up. He has kind of a softer skin.
Oh.
But if we're home,
Sure.
it's too ashy. I can't do it.
Right, right.
wow,
And where's
okay.
home again?
Home is in a small area.
It's like
A community. Yeah. Okay, got it.
got it.
Yeah.
Got
Sweet
it.
little neighborhood home.
So you're using
Safety.
condoms. I think
Well,
that's
you know,
pretty
we both
interesting.
were on the birth control Yaz that has since been recalled.
Oh, yes.
I gained 14 on yes.
Honey, she gained 14 and she lost friends, okay?
Yeah. Gained 14, lost 22. Look at me. Okay, yeah.
22 friends you lost?
22 pounds.
Oh, okay.
You look great.
Thank you so much, honey. But careful, you better stay on the other end of this table. I'll come
Listen.
crawling over to
Listen,
you.
listen. I don't want to cause trouble for a married lady.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
you just
e-
might.
Even if your
stay in
ring is at the
chair.
polishers. So you guys both have.
I will say, I was a little disappointed to find out that you were in fact married.
Oh,
'cause
honey.
when I saw there was no ring, I thought I had a shot.
you
Okay,
guys
well,
are-
you are a charmer.
I mean,
Okay.
you're sort of you'd be finally dating sort of at your age level, or like at an appropriate age
I've
level.
dated plenty at my age level. How dare you?
So you both of your Ashleys are going off to Tufts.
Oh, they
They are. We did we didn't put Tufts in their mind on purpose, but I will say we were
We were gently
thrilled at the travel costs coming down.
We were whispering.
What do you tell?
You live close to Tufts.
Yeah, we live about.
Well, we're near. I mean, I don't know.
Have you with no traffic? Yeah,
with no traffic?
Yeah.
You could get to Tufts.
yeah.
But with traffic, you're
with
not
traffic-
close.
With a little
You can
congestion.
still get there.
Yeah. If you're looking at kind of a holiday weekend kind of thing, it's going to take a second. I'll be honest.
So you guys have you both have your Ashleys are going to be gone.
Okay, here
This
I go.
I guess this September or August.
My lord, I know my Ashley's doing some sort of an orientation.
She's organizing the orientation,
She's
so she's got to get
organizing
their
it.
pre-orientation.
So
see.
my girl has to get there extra.
and she
early.
has an orientation for that.
Oh, I would imagine. Who does
Organizational orientation?
Who does the orientation for that one though?
The teachers.
The teachers do.
They rally up behind them.
Does the principal give orientation to the
No,
teachers?
he's not
of
there
how
till
to-
September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they're best friends. Will they be roommates?
No, I
No.
think that's they made a very, now I have to say, they are mature girls.
I was very proud of
because
them.
they decided, you know what, we're best friends. Let's go in together. Let's get separate roommates to experience college.
I think that's smart.
That's really smart. Yeah.
Do you, and this might be too personal, so feel free, you don't have to answer this. Do you happen to know, like, are they both virgins? What are they?
Oh, my Lord.
What are they, going away to school? There's
Why
a lot
do you
of.
want to know?
Have they gotten to second base?
Like, or not, you
third
don't have to
base?
answer about whether they're virgins or not, but like, do you give
No.
them the talk
No.
about what
No.
to expect?
No.
No.
Fair enough.
With my girl, we don't go there. I don't know her business.
Okay.
But I know that she's smart. I put a goddamn hit on those shoulders.
Great.
And if she were to, she better be careful.
She
What
better
now?
be gay fucked? What did you say?
What?
Careful.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I heard something totally different.
She better be careful because Thanksgiving, honey, we will put her chair on the porch.
Really?
If she has sex
If
in
she-
college.
Her chair will go on the porch and
porch.
she can eat her hot meal on the porch.
So when
So
she
she does
arrives
get a hot
home,
meal.
and when she arrives home, she sees the chair there and goes, "Uh-oh,
Honey, she knows
Mom
exactly
knows
what it means.
Let me ask you
She
this.
knows.
For Thanksgiving, we're talking end of November. What's the temperature like
we
in
know
your
when
area
Thanksgiving
of
is,
town?
by the way.
Honey,
Honey, it
you
can be-
can't stick a fork in the ground sometimes.
Okay. Oh, so it's it's pretty cold. So you're in a very cold climate.
Near Tufts.
Okay.
Or you can be high 60s.
Yeah,
Oh.
it
Okay.
It kind of fluctuates.
kind of fluctuates.
So depending
by
on
year.
winter or summer.
Yes.
We have a
exactly.
screened-in porch.
Oh wow, that's great. Good for you guys.
Thank you.
So they're both going off. They're both going to have roommates. Have they picked their roommates yet?
It's a lottery-based system.
Ashley doesn't know. She is going crazy at the
She's
house.
freaking out. Now, she was in the chat rooms all summer. Okay, she
Okay.
made some friends in the chat room all summer. So I know that once she gets there, she will have some friends she made online.
There will be a
This is a Tufts.
These kids now, they lay a base weeks before going somewhere.
Oh
They're
yeah,
in the
this
chat
is
rooms.
much different than when we were kids going to college.
Yeah, I
you
know.
Well,
know?
you couldn't lay a base.
No, there was
You
no such
couldn't
thing
lay
as
a
the
base when you
internet.
were that age.
I don't even know how to get into a chat room these days.
Yeah.
I know,
That's
me
how
neither.
old I
Let
am.
me tell you, I don't know, but they
I
do
don't even
it.
know if they exist now. That's
I know.
that's my age showing.
They're on
Snapchat
them.
rooms.
They're on them.
Yeah.
They're on them.
We don't know what they're on, but they're on them.
So it's a lottery, and meaning it's just random. It's
They
not.
find
It's like
out-
someone wins. Like, oh, this is the most desirable roommate. You win. You win the lottery.
They unfortunately find out day of. You come into your room. It's a very strange ritual at Tufts. You come into your room. Your roommate's on the other bed, okay? And
Okay.
they've placed a bag over their head.
Okay.
Oh,
so
Now
that's
they
this is
flip a coin to see
How do
who
they
gets the
know?
bag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do they know
right,
who's
yeah.
who?
I was gonna say this only works for half of the people.
No, they flip a coin
Okay.
for each room.
So hold on. So they meet before this, where they flip a coin.
No, the admission offices flip that coin.
They flip the coin in their stead.
It's a
Yes.
digital coin, to be clear.
So it's a coin flip app.
It's a Bitcoin.
It's whoa.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Now,
y'all.
honey, let me. I'm loving this Mac. Okay, so they flip a digital Bitcoin, and that child is brought to the office, whichever child is chosen. Okay, heads or tails.
And how do they assign heads or tails to which child?
Honey, you don't want to know.
And I don't know that there are heads or tails on
Bitcoin.
On Bitcoin.
It's just like a.
They have etched a head and tail onto the digital Bitcoin.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. Good. So then they assign one of the students to have the bag over their head.
Yes.
The other one walks in.
The other one comes in thinking
That seems like a weird way to
It's
start
very
college.
strange.
It is fun, though. I think they do have fun with it.
Okay.
they do.
They do have fun. That's good.
The other one comes in thinking, I could have a bag placed over my head.
So they
At this
go
point.
in
Oh.
thinking
They
at the
go in
minute they
thinking
get in the room, they'll
there's a
have a
bag.
bag like they're a hostage or something.
But you get in. But see, in my
Is
case,
it a-
Ashley R is going to come in. She's going to see the girl, with a bag over her head, and then it'll be her duty to pull it off.
Wow.
You think that Ashley R has not won the coin toss.
Oh no, we know. We got the parents get a letter.
already know.
The parents get a letter.
Oh, I
she
see.
will
So-
she will enter the room.
Yes.
Upon one of the beds will be a bag-headed figure,
Roommate.
and she will pull the bag off.
She pulls the bag off.
like it's Christmas morning, revealing to her the roommate that she will spend the year with.
Exactly.
What do you think the chances are that maybe the Ashleys will get put together in the lottery?
Honey, I have not even
We've
thought
talked about
of
that.
that.
We've talked about
Well, do
that.
we know if your Ashley is the bagger or the baggee?
Knowing her, she's tails. Okay, this girl is. I mean,
So you haven't
is trouble,
You haven't
okay?
received this
Oh, yeah.
letter.
'Cause the
I don't sort through the mail. That's my Tom's duty.
Oh, okay, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
man's job.
Yeah.
Yes, got it. So they could be in the same.
Letters cut my hands.
Letters cut your hands. Wow. You have very sensitive skin. You're
Thank you,
right.
honey, I
Really
do.
Very sensitive skin. Just handling
It's
a
like
letter.
hard butter.
It's like hard butter.
I mean,
skin.
Your
sometimes
skin is like hard butter.
sometimes
is-
hard butter is really difficult to spread on toast.
Honey, not
is.
as hard as you would think. Okay.
That's true, but I
Uh-oh.
mean, sometimes our skin sort of is like hard butter in a way. All right,
Sometimes
Shake my
I-
hands, they go, that's hard butter.
Sometimes I do use a letter to cut hard butter. I will say that.
yeah. So I mean, it could happen. I mean,
Oh, it could happen.
It could happen. And listen, I know they're trying to be a part, out of a sense of wanting to grow. But
Let's be honest, they'll
Do
be
they-
thrilled.
they'll be thrilled. And
Do they
I'll be
ever
thrilled.
fight? The two Ashleys?
they fought once.
They fought once.
In the 8th grade,
okay.
they had a real brawl.
They had an assignment. They had to read the Red Badge of Courage.
Sure.
Okay. In
And
the
they
8th
had-
grade, that's
in
very
the-
advanced.
Thank you.
Well, it's a fun book. But they had to read the Red Badge of Courage, and they had to do a little diorama.
Okay.
Now,
Do
you
we
take
really
over,
want to
'cause
rehash?
I
Do you want to relitigate this?
I think we should. I think we should rehash.
Well, they had done a diorama for where the red fern grows.
They accidentally did a diorama for where the red fern grows instead of the red
Now,
badge of
I
courage.
Courage.
Yeah. So my daughter, bless her, she got a little confused.
Right.
They made their dioramas. Long story short, they
Why-
did not pass the assignment.
Right.
And
Why
there was
did
a lot- they
why
paid-
did your daughter get confused and yours was not confused and yet still went along with it? Or?
Ashley as a leader, Ashley as a follower.
I see. Okay.
Okay, that's harsh terms.
I'm saying your daughter's a leader.
I know, but I would be very defensive of Ashley,
Well, thank you.
and she has grown a lot in soccer.
So you don't like the fact that she called your daughter a leader?
No, I do think she's a leader, but I
standing
think
up
she
for
needs to be
Ashley.
careful.
Or
I
are
think
you
that my
sticking
girl-
up for her, Ashley?
I'm sticking up for her, Ashley.
Yeah,
but
I see.
my Ashley, she needs to be careful because she talks a little too much.
Okay.
And
right.
she has her neck stuck out of the group. And I just think sometimes with her, she needs to settle down.
I have a question, a follow-up question. Do you guys ever fight?
That's a great question.
Thank you so
No.
much.
No, we've never fought once.
Never.
We are an open channel. So I'll say to her, girl, you stop.
And I say, okay.
Yeah.
And is the shoe ever on the other foot?
I get fussy when I'm hungry.
And I get fussy when I'm tired.
Okay. Sometimes those two things can happen at the same time.
Honey,
can.
when they do, you better stand 20 feet back because it's going to be a blowout.
Right. So wait, you've
Like a
never
Brazilian
fought.
blowout?
You've never fought, but it would be a blowout
We know
were
when
this
we
to
could
happen.
fight, and we step
And
away.
we respectfully step away.
So when you're tired, you step away. When you're hungry, you step
When
away.
I'm hungry, I reach into my bag, I grab a snack pack, and I'm fine.
And when
Oh.
you're tired, you just
And when I'm tired, I have a little cot.
you brought it with you, by the way.
You did
It's
set up
in
a
right
cot
back here.
outside. Yeah.
Are you getting tired right now? Because we do need to take a break.
Do
You
y'all
seem
mind?
antsy.
Do y'all mind? I can unfold the cot.
We've got, honey, I'll unfold your
And I
pot
do
for
see that
you.
Tricia has pulled a snack pack out and
I
is
do.
spreading cheddar
Guilty
cheese on a
as
little
charged. I
cracker.
have peppercorn cheese.
Okay, you go to sleep. You eat something. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
With more Comedy Bang Bang. We'll be talking more with Tricia R and L and Jason Mantzoukas after this. We'll be right back.
This
Bye,
is
y'all. I
fun.
love this.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you that this episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by HBO's new show, Crashing. Fans of Comedy Bang Bang are going to want to check out Crashing. It coincides with your interests. Starring Pete Holmes as Pete, easy to remember. A sheltered suburbanite who married his childhood sweetheart and dreams of making it as a stand-up comedian. But when he finds out his wife cheated on him, Pete's world unravels, plunging him into the deep end of the rough and tumble New York comedy scene where he crashes on other people's couches and in the process learns hard lessons about life and himself. That's right. Pete Holmes has a show. That's all I need to say. You didn't need to hear all that. Pete Holmes has a show. Done. HBO, I want to subscribe, and I want to watch Crashing. Pete Holmes and Judd Apatow executive produce the show, which draws on Holmes' own experiences as a comedian, offering a behind-the-scenes look at the unpredictable world of stand-up comedy, and it features performances by Artie Lang, our dear, dear friend, Lauren Lapkus. She's been excited about this show for months. We've been talking about it since the tour. We were on tour this summer. In May, we were talking about this. Very excited. Plus guest appearances by Hannibal Buress, TJ Miller, Sarah Silverman, many more. Crashing premieres Sundays at 10:30 p.m. on HBO. Crashing. Crash into it. That's not their tagline. I made that up. Hey everyone, thanks for listening, and want to remind you that The Mysterious Secrets of Uncle Bertie's Botanarium is back for Season 2. Jermaine Clement from the Flight of the Conchords returns as Lord Joseph Banks with all new adventures beginning February 1st. In this new season, we rejoin the crew of the Fortitude on their quest to find the source of all pleasure in the world. Called one of the best scripted podcasts by the AV Club, Uncle Bertie is a hilarious comedy adventure in the tradition of Monty Python. Find out more and hear an episode for free at UncleBertie, BERTIE.com. That's UncleBertie.com. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Jason Mantzoukas, my special guest from the How Did This Get Made podcast.
Yep,
and
that is the correct emphasis.
Did you hear, by the way, I took your place in
I heard it was
live
great.
one. I came out and said, "What's up, jerks?"
Oh, did you? I didn't hear that. That's great.
So you didn't hear it.
I didn't listen to it.
Okay.
I don't listen to that show.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have something in common.
I'm not a fan of it.
We also have two neighbors, and they're from a community of which we're sort of narrowing down exactly where it is.
It's a small community.
It's a small area.
But large for its size, though, right?
I would say
in heart, it's large.
Sure.
it feels big,
It's a large-hearted, small community.
It's vast, but it's intimate.
which I love.
Which I love.
Right. Tricia R and L
Hi.
are here. And
Their daughters are off to college together.
Oh no!
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
I mean, it's not happening until the orientation, which, by the way, how early is that? Were you saying August or?
Well, my girl has to be there August 4th
For the pre-orientation
for the pre-orientation.
That's like a full month after Independence Day.
I know. We're driving up.
You're driving up
You're driving up.
to Tufts.
We're driving
Tufts.
there.
We're driving up and over.
Up and over.
And then down a little bit, probably, maybe?
Depends
see.
on what time.
Okay. Well, please let us know.
We're gonna take her a wheelie chair,
Yeah.
like an office chair, proper chair.
Oh, okay.
Wait, someone's
Yeah.
in a wheelchair?
No, it's like an
No,
office
honey.
chair.
Oh, got
just
it.
like what I'm sitting in now, just kind of a comfy chair.
Copy.
Yeah.
And what are you guys, what are the Ashleys, your daughters, what are they studying when they get to Tufts?
Anthro.
Anthropology.
And my Ashley's studying textiles.
Textiles.
I love that.
Me too.
My girl's doing a little bit of communications though too.
Okay, Anthro with a communications minor. And how did Ashley get Ashley L, your daughter? How did Ashley L get interested in anthropology?
She's good at English, and she always could write her essays. And I don't know.
She came across the word anthropology once, and she's so good at English.
Yep, I don't know. I kind of let her kind of pick her own path.
Well, kids are so smart these days. Those girls came to us with these majors, and we thought, back when we were in college, we were studying
Home ec.
home ec and boys.
Okay.
Very good. Very
now,
good.
but she has an encyclopedia, so I think that has something to do with it.
Cool.
Whereas mine has an atlas.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So wait, your daughter has one encyclopedia. Which
She has-
letters does it cover?
But R, if we're being honest.
So just R, not
So
R.
but she'll be at Tufts where she can, get through. I'm sure the library has the rest of the encyclopedias.
Well, that's exactly right, honey.
what
I
we're
think she's
telling
going to go there and she's going to meet all kinds of boys. I mean, learn and.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Are you guys excited for them to meet boys? Like, do you
I
let
am.
them
I think it's time.
in
for
high
my
school?
Ashley.
Have they had boyfriends? Do you let them date or no? Is it
yeah, you don't want to put
forbidden?
their chair out there on the screened-in porch.
No, my Ashley does not date. Now, her daddy would
Yeah.
not let her date.
Oh.
Okay. She had her crushes, of course, but
Sure.
we've always had a very strict rule in the house is save it for college.
My Ashley, we said, we prefer that you not, but if you do, I don't want to hear a word about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not
so-
your friend, I'm your mother.
I agree. These mothers these days tell me everything they gossip.
Well, let me ask you
It's
this.
your business.
Because sometimes I feel like this happens with very close friendships or very close relationships. Do each of your daughters confide in you guys?
So, for instance, Ashley
L.
does
Does Ashley L come to you?
To Tricia L.
R.
No, Tricia
Tricia
L.
L. Sorry.
Right.
This is a nightmare.
Ashley R did once come to me,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
was for a simple mending issue. I mend dresses.
Oh, okay.
well,
that does not qualify.
different.
Okay, well then no. Then
Like,
the
I know
answer
that-
Wait.
is
Can
no.
I ask a question? What, was her dress split open because she had rough sex and she confided that in you?
Scott,
Scotch.
I just want to make sure.
Now, I don't know
Okay.
what kind of show
I
you
don't
run
know about
here,
this.
Scott.
But the question,
She had hurt her strap picking blackberries. Okay.
Why are you winking at me with the eye that is away from Tricia over here?
Anyway, she weaves baskets.
Which is interesting because
Textiles.
textiles. Which
Textiles.
is how that happened.
That's how. Okay, yeah, the merging of the two.
Now, Ashley L
Yes.
did come to me one time.
Okay.
It was confirmation class in Sunday school. And she said, Tricia.
Oh, she calls you Tricia?
She calls me Tricia. We let them call us Tricia. She goes, Tricia. She said, I don't believe in God.
Oh my God. I don't want to
wow.
hear this.
I know.
I've heard this before.
I know. And I said, now, do you not believe in God or do you not believe in yourself? And she burst into tears. She said, I don't believe in myself. I said, why? She said, I lost the 50-yard dash today in school.
Wow.
I know.
Had she prayed to win?
She had prayed to win.
We had all prayed for
Did
her
she
to
only
win.
make 49 yards? How did she lose?
There were 4 girls
Oh, okay.
and she was 3 or 4.
Wow. Third place.
Third place.
Still, that's the bronze.
Well, that's
and
what I said. I said, you placed.
Yeah.
I said, you got the bronze medal.
Yeah.
You showed.
It's
You
that
placed
it's
showed.
that girl who came in 4th.
She's the one
who should give up
be
on
crowned.
God.
She's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
shutout.
She's the one got it.
We shut her out.
She's the pariah.
I mean, that's nice.
That was a real tender
that
moment.
Ashley would come to you.
That's very sweet.
It was very sweet. And I know that she trusts your opinion. I knew that this was not an issue of, I knew that it was really about the fact that she had lost. She didn't want to admit to you
needed her
that she had
auntie.
lost.
She needed her auntie Trish.
You call each other auntie
Aunt Trish, Mama T. There's different names that get thrown around.
for
T-Money.
T-Money, really?
Yes.
Tom L calls you T Money. which I
I'm
do love.
curious about this. Are your husband's friends?
No.
They're enemies?
No. Well, here's the thing. My husband, Tom, he travels a lot.
Oh, really?
What does he do?
He works in sales.
Sales. What does he sell?
Pants.
Oh, he's a
Pants.
pants salesman.
Well, largely pants.
Okay.
They're branching into jackets.
Oh, wow.
So he's in fashion merchandising.
It's
Is
not
he like
so
a
much,
sales
it's
rep, or-
scrubs, if we're being honest.
Oh, it's scrubs.
It's scrubs.
And now scrub jackets?
bottom scrubs.
Bottom
but now
scrubs.
we're going over to top scrubs.
With jackets.
Yeah, so he's, as you can
Okay.
imagine,
So
on
he was
the road
just
a lot.
selling. He was just selling the bottom scrubs.
Yes,
not,
honey.
not the top scrubs.
Not the top,
But
honey.
now he has a jacket that goes over the top scrubs.
Yeah.
He should sell the top
So
scrubs.
like a nurse's jacket. Like I feel like he's missing. He's
should-
missing a very
when
key
you
part
think
of this.
scrubs, you're thinking the top
Yes,
part.
why not
really.
This
start
is
with
the-
the shirts before you jump straight to jackets? Because
They're
I also
different.
don't think a lot of nurses need a jacket.
They're different companies, honey. I'm telling you.
I'm
And there
sorry.
is a war
Oh.
among these companies.
Okay.
And I'll say, I know you don't like to brag, but I'll say Tom is really helping mend those two sides.
Thank you, honey. Yes, he's doing
really
his
trying to
work.
bring
He's
them
doing his
together.
work, and it keeps him away from us. But you know what? It's. I mean, what are you going to do?
So he travels to hospitals and he.
I would think now a lot of this could be done online.
yeah.
He loves that
He
handshake.
loves the interpersonal
That
aspect
he
of
loves
it.
having a beer flat with the other men at the airports.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think it's good for him to kind of get out and because he is a talker. And
Right.
he
He
was in
is.
faith. He was a man of faith for many years. So he loves to talk and
How
do
many
chat.
days is he away now?
I will be honest.
Please.
The last 4 years, he's sleeping in our bed twice a week.
Twice a week. So
And I'm sending him on his way. Yeah.
Wow,
It's
wait.
hard.
so approximately 400 nights.
Or approx. By proxy. But now that Ashley's going away, I said, Tom, you got to be in this bed 4 nights a week, okay?
At the very least,
Yeah.
honey.
You want him 1,600 nights out of these 4 years.
I think I've earned that.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
tell you what, this woman, she was born shy, but she was also born horny.
Oh,
Okay.
really? You
I
have a-
need him a little bit more. Okay, 2 nights a
Yes.
week, you're getting hot water. Okay, that milkman, that postman, I might invite them in for a little bit.
You,
Yeah,
wait,
really.
you have a milkman coming to your place?
Yeah.
We
Wait.
do in our town.
We have the sweetest milkman.
What's his name?
Jerome.
You guys have different milkmen, maybe?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because where her street ends, mine starts.
Okay,
so
yeah.
there's kind of a
Oh,
weird...
I see. I thought you were on this cul-de-sac. Are you on opposite ends?
No,
or
it's
is it-
it's a cold. It's still a
It's
cul-de-sac,
still- we're
but
still
there's one
technically,
little
yeah.
bumper.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
I
little
see.
bumper
A
there.
speed bump?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
middle
and
of-
that's kind of the border where the milkman switch.
It's. I know that's tempting to speed around a cul-de-sac, so it's good to have a speed bump
Oh,
right in the middle of.
Honey, we rallied together and got that bump.
Because there were
Yeah.
teenage boys coming in with their truck going a little too fast.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh.
I said, I have young kids here.
Well,
I
you
said, if
also
y'all
have
wanna do
teenage
donuts,
girls.
go to Krispy Kreme.
Exactly. Yeah. We're not going to Baskin
You
Robbins.
guys have a Krispy Kreme where you are?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
There's one in the tri-state area. I went once. I was in an
so you're in the
airport.
tri-state
So you
area.
guys. So your community's in the
I was
tri-state
in an
area.
airport 2
Interesting.
years ago, and they had Krispy
okay.
Kreme.
Oh,
All right. I guess not. Well, that's. I mean, and what does your husband do?
My husband has a branch clearing business.
Branch clearing. So
Okay.
I guess in the fall when branches.
It's year round.
Oh, it is.
It's
Okay.
year round. He goes to different. It can be as local as the home.
That's
or as-
very local.
Yes. Or you can.
That's as local as it gets to a lot of people.
Or he'll do branch clearing, or the company rather will do branch. I mean, he himself has not picked up a branch in 20 years.
Oh, okay. So he has employees that do
He has
this.
employees now.
but he's like a branch man.
He's a branch man.
Very
Okay.
successful.
Very successful.
Yeah.
It's an incredible business. They're
And
called-
gorgeous, Trish. He's gorgeous.
Well, thank you. He is gorgeous.
And how long have you been together?
We've been married for around 16 years. We were living in sin for 8 of those 8 years prior.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a child, Ashley. Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, Ashley would have been
Ashley R.
during the living in sin
During
part.
the sin.
SDR was a
Yeah.
little.
But we
Were you? Was it a shotgun marriage?
Yeah.
Oh. She does not go here.
Yeah.
A shotgun marriage implying that
She was pregnant.
She was shot full.
Yeah.
I see. So, so you were pregnant with Ashley when you got married.
pregnant with
You said approximately 16 years ago, but it seems like more around 17.
Yeah, it was 17 now that I think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you were
approximately,
approximating
yeah.
before. Sure.
Yeah.
That's close.
I was pregnant with Ashley, and he put a ring on it because he had to.
Yeah.
I'm glad he
And
did.
we made it work.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
I'll say.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Marriage is hard.
It's
Marriage
work.
is hard. It's
It's
work.
hard work.
It is work.
And when I
people-
see people like you guys that have made it work for these many
Thank
years
you.
with these many struggles, and I'm so impressed.
With husbands that hate each other.
Well, you put in the work.
Well, sometimes I have to tell Tom, I have to say, Tom, I'm not a branch you can just clear.
Yeah.
You haven't
honey.
cleared a branch in 20 years. Don't think I'm
I'm
a branch.
not a branch you can just hire someone to clear.
Yeah, I'm more
Yeah.
than
Okay.
pants. Okay, I've got a shirt, and it comes off,
Yep.
and that should keep you from going to Nebraska every
Exactly.
2 to
So
3
you're
days.
you're horny and you're emotionally unfulfilled.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
But it's so nice you guys have each other.
Well, honey, that's what's kept
It's
us with our
friendship.
husbands after all. I think if we
Yeah.
didn't have the friendship, I think both of us would be.
Oh, honey, I would be stones in my pockets going into that river.
Honey, I would have shot my husband dead.
This is very dark. You guys, oh my gosh. So you guys are keeping each other alive and out of jail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's really
Thank
sweet.
you.
Sushi Sundays.
That's really sweet. So,
Sushi Sundays. That's your move.
We get sushi on
Sushi
Sundays.
every Sunday.
what's the local sushi place?
Kroger. They have a little fridge in the front with sushi. We pick
Yeah.
up the sushi and we head
have
on back
White
home.
Zinfandel, and we have it on the screened-in porch.
Oh, decadent.
It is.
That is a decadent Sunday.
Well, you have to.
oh yeah.
You have to. In this economy, certainly.
Uh-huh.
So now, what did you guys come here to talk about? By the way,
Well,
we're finally getting to
I know
it.
we got.
Yeah,
That's what
did
happens
you,
with us.
Yeah, what did you?
Well, we were initially trying to make a desperate plea to our mayor to put the new playground
in
seesaw
the center of the cul-de-sac.
in the center because the
Where the
playground.
speed bump is?
Wait.
No.
That's where cars are, aren't they?
They've been moving around
No,
this
it's a
play
grassy
structure.
knoll. It's a grassy knoll.
You have a cul-de-sac with like
There's grass
like a
in the
town
middle.
square in the middle.
There's grass.
And we're excited because some young bloods moving into the area, and they have young kids. My kids are all grown, but these other kids, they need a place to play.
They need a place to play, and they need a safe place to play.
So we were initially coming up as a plea to our mayor
Okay.
to get the playground.
Great. Do you
to
want
push it through?
Go ahead and make the plea.
Gary, honey, listen to me.
We know you're listening.
Those kids need that playground.
Gary, you have kids. Where do they play? Mm-hmm. Tell us. Where do they
Amanda,
play?
where does she play?
She got a
Rachel, where does she play?
They got 2 empty tuna cans with a string. Okay, is that what they use?
Hooping a stick don't work anymore.
No, honey. These kids are smart. They're sophisticated. They need screens.
Okay, so that's what we were
We
here
are
to do.
proposing a technologically advanced playground for our kids.
With screens, with like iPads?
Yes, with options.
Yeah.
But you also want the seesaw.
Yeah,
Well,
you
thank
mentioned
you.
the
Yes.
seesaw.
Well, I think
it's a
also the
VR seesaw.
Oh, it's a
It helps
virtual.
with coordination.
It's a virtual reality seesaw.
So you're talking about just kids putting on virtual reality headsets in the middle of a field?
In the middle of a cul-de-sac.
That's just for the seesaw, honey. They're pinned off. It's
Yeah.
a pin.
And we
Okay.
can have book clubs, chapter books distributed among the kids.
Chapter books.
like Harry Potter and so
More
forth.
like a chapter book where the chapters are more closer together.
Oh, okay.
Chapters are closer together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Closer than in a Harry Potter
Like
book
a-
where
Those
they're...
are long chapters.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you mean like a Ramona or Beverly
Ramona
Cleary
Cleary.
book?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
A super fudge,
Ella
if you will.
Enchanted.
Boxcar children.
All right, well, you've made your plea. Hopefully he's listening.
Gary, if you're out there.
Gary, I mean,
heed
where's-
the-
Very honey.
Now,
If he's not drinking himself to death.
Okay, honey, careful.
Do you guys
Sorry.
not get along? You guys sounds like you don't get along.
We
Did
do
you
not.
not vote for him?
It's tough love. Okay.
I held Gary's first campaign luncheon at my house. So, Gary, don't forget that.
And I held his hair back as he was puking on our vacation to Tulum.
Does he have very long hair?
You and Gary.
He has a low ponytail.
Does he has a low pony?
He has a low nude pony.
Oh,
he
no.
uses some of his real hair.
How did you like Tulum?
As a hair thing.
Did you go swimming in the cenotes? Or?
We loved it. We just loved it.
Uh-oh, I'm jealous.
Well,
Now, wait, who was? Were you not on this trip? Were you not invited on this trip, Tricia?
I was home, I'll be honest.
What was happening with you guys? I mean, you were holding his hair back.
You were on vacation
Where was Tom?
with the mayor.
I was on vacation with the mayor. It's a small-ish town.
Are you not able to vacation together because your husbands dislike each other so
At
much?
the time, my youngest had strep throat. So I was home.
Okay.
And my husband had started clearing branches at Busch Gardens,
Okay.
the theme park.
Right.
chain.
Right.
So it was a new acquisition for his company. So he was kind of traveling around the Busch Gardens. He couldn't come.
Oh, I see. So.
But we had the tickets booked. We had the room booked. And so
So you had to invite anyone, and
I
why
called
not?
Gary. I called Gary.
And y'all had fun.
And we had a good time. He did make an advance.
Right. I was
Oh.
going to say,
Dogs.
is Gary married?
Gary is married to one of our good friends, Petunia.
I would hate it if Gary was unmarried.
What do you mean?
Nothing. So Gary's married, you're married, but you guys go off on a vacation together.
Was there
That's
any?
our town. That's our town.
Oh, people are all.
That's
What
how
town is
is
it, by
in
the
our
way?
town.
People are mixing it up a
It's
little.
a small
A little bit.
cul-de-sac. But within a bigger community.
Right, sure.
But yeah, no, everyone in there's a lot of trust. Our town runs on trust. You know, people
Right.
say, what's your currency? We say trust.
Not Bitcoin.
Not Bitcoin. No.
No.
That's at Tufts.
Got it.
But there was a clear understanding that I wouldn't touch him, he wouldn't touch me, and I don't want to touch him.
I know, honestly,
yeah.
honey,
Were you guys
don't.
sleeping in the same bed?
It was a twin
Right.
You and Gary were sleeping in the same bed.
in a twin size
Where
bed.
was-
We did head to toe.
Where was Tom?
did head to toe,
Where
okay.
was Tom and Gary's wife?
Petunia.
Tom was doing the Busch Gardens.
Oh, that's
Petunia
right,
was
sorry.
held up in the hospital.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
She was robbed in the hospital?
She had broken her femur.
Oh, wow.
Paragliding.
Whoa.
Oh, in Tulum? Or
No, in a previous trip
Previous
to
trip.
Patawaska.
oh.
Wait, so you guys had taken a vacation mere weeks earlier where she
You
had-
vacation a lot
Where we
during
come
the
from.
off season.
Right. So you guys were sleeping head to toe.
Head to toe.
Did you have rules about okay, when our butts always have to be facing each other so that neither of our
we both have herniated discs, so we both have to sleep on our back.
Okay.
You can't get pelvis to pelvis with anyone.
Exactly. It's been years, honey. Really? Okay, so we're sleeping head to toe
Okay.
on our back. So
Sure.
there's no. I mean, there are of course times where naturally, because it's a twin, our hips
You
are going to
shift.
touch.
You shift into that.
You
Sure.
shift. But
That's natural.
That's natural.
Throw the covers off, pull them on.
Sure. Normal bedtime activity.
Try to regulate that temp.
Fluctuate your
Yep.
weight from one side to the other.
Exactly.
naturally
But
to
here's what I
accommodate-
didn't know about Gary and I learned on that trip.
Uh-oh.
He has a foot thing.
Oh, Trish.
no.
So here I am in the position that I think is going to be least
boy.
sexually appealing.
And
I need salivate.
you
right
walked
now.
right into
He
it.
turns his head 2 inches. He's coming.
Wow.
Hands-free orgasm. Just from seeing it.
And is that when you needed to hold his hair?
Yes, because it was shortly after.
Right.
He throws up after he comes.
Oh wow.
So-
Wow. So in
He just
one end out the other.
He just is vacating his body entirely.
Just
I
everything
get
coming
that.
out.
I get that.
No, I get that.
Really?
I sort of do.
How
in a way.
so?
Why?
Just because ultimate release, I would say, Trish.
I think if one's going to go off, like everything should, like just diarrhea, vomit.
Firing on all cylinders.
I think people would. I think if
Would people still have sex
I think
if
people
every
would
time
not
you
have
came,
sex.
diarrhea would come out?
if you
Gary would, honey.
I mean, I would. My two favorite things.
you must have amazing feet.
Well, thank you.
You. Let me tell you something. You could start a community in her arch. Okay.
Like
A small
cul-de-sac.
community.
You can start.
Yeah. She has a deep arch.
Wow.
I do. I used to serve my family.
In the arches of your feet?
That is not hygienic.
I used to serve my family milk at dinner.
Ew,
Would-
milk.
Arch.
When you were young, did your parents foot bind you, or how did you get
No,
arches
no.
like that?
Dance.
Dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you still get to dance much?
Oh my gosh, I'm so
honey.
sorry to bring
Here I
that up.
go.
Oh,
Gosh.
that's tough.
It's all right.
Sorry.
She's still
What
dancing.
That's
was it?
just-
The pelvic injury?
Is that a
or-
dream? Is that a dream that got away from you?
Okay, we're going here. Dancing was where I felt most free. And when Tom started, where there was no injury, but when Tom started doing his branch, when he went from just picking up branches out of the, out of his
the
own
kindness
heart,
of his-
out of the kindness of his own heart, when he started adding on employees, it was taking up more time. Okay,
When
than
it went
usually.
from a hobby to a business.
And he said, someone needs to be home with Ashley and our little boy Tucker. And I said, I'll give up dance.
At that point, where were you in your dance career?
Sounds like you were dancing a lot because you weren't
will.
home.
Yeah, I was at the Joffrey.
Oh wow!
Whoa,
That
was
is
Joffrey.
that's very
so
advanced.
you're accomplished.
She's very well
I did
read.
ABT for 4 years.
Wow.
Wow.
And normally people-
America's Best Talent.
America's Ballet Theater, American Ballet Theater.
Got it.
And normally you, after 4 years, you age out of the program.
Sure.
That's the cruel thing about dance.
Well, you graduate when you go to a school. It's not aging out necessarily. People don't age out of high school as much as they just graduate.
Well, you age out of dance.
you age out of dance. So yeah, and
You
then
do have like an incredibly petite body, though. Like I bet you could have kept dancing for a long time.
I could have, but I didn't for my kids.
Yeah,
That's nice. Did they appreciate that?
They don't know their asses from their elbows. Okay, so they
Do they know that you had that past?
they've seen pictures from time to time. They go, "Mommy, what's that? What are you doing in there?" And I say, "Having fun." Because it's too hard for me to tell them. It's too hard.
Did
for me to tell them about the
Ashley
sacrifice.
ever show any interest in dancing, or did you ever want to protect her from that or push her towards
It's
it?
a hard life.
It's a hard life, and she did. There was a time she took an elective at school called Jump and Jive.
Jump and jive.
Jump and jive,
Jump and
sure.
jive, you jump for 45 minutes.
And then
And then you jive
You
for
jive
another
for 10.
5.
Jive for
yeah,
10.
you jive for 10.
Jive is the kind of the cool down.
And she loved it. We had never seen her come out of her shell like that. And
Wow.
and she
you
said,
quashed
Is she kind of
and
a
I quashed
shy?
it I said immediately.
shut
I
it
said,
down
Get out of this
immediately.
class.
With tears in your eyes, you squashed
Absolutely,
it.
I quashed it.
Well, gosh, I feel like I could talk to you guys for hours
Oh,
about
we love
We
this.
love this. We're having
We should do a
fun.
local radio show just
No,
us.
I love that idea. We should talk to you know who, Gary.
I
Oh,
know.
have him on your show. Yeah. Why, give him these like subtweets here on my show. Like actually talk
I'm
to
going to
him.
get on Twitter and I'm going to tweet at him.
Okay, good. But look, I could talk to you for a long time, but we do.
honey, thank you for
We're
having
running out
us.
of time. We do have time for one final feature on the show, and that's a little something called plugs.
Scotty, you've been filling up my inbox, listing all the things that you want me to do. I can fly down to Los Angeles, I'll pack a bag and bring the loot, and Daisy Dukes and wear those rubber boots you told me to include. I'll set my tiny little butt on your lap and sing plugs.
I love that jingle.
Oh, that was great. That was Plugging in Character by Todd Frohnauer. Todd Frohnauer. Thank you so much, Todd. If you have a plugs theme, head on over to earwolf.com. You know what to do with it. Put it in that appropriate thread. And J-Dog, what do you plug in here? What do you have? Obviously, the How Did This Get Made podcast.
Sure, but I'll also I do a little bit on Seth Morris's new podcast,
Oh, yeah,
the Seth Morris Radio Project.
That's right. A great podcast on the Howl Network,
Yes,
Howl.fm.
the Widow Howl app. And that's pretty great. Seth, you might know as Bob Duca.
Yep.
So,
and the previously aforementioned Widow Howl app is in that show as well.
oh, great, nice. I'm plugging that. And how did this get made?
Okay, fantastic.
I love that.
I want to plug the Michael Bolton's Big Sexy Valentine's Day special.
We'll be watching that. We'll be tuned.
Oh, I bet. Like you get big Michael
I'll be
Bolton
watching
fans.
that on a towel.
Do you secrete a lot of?
Does Michael Bolton get you going?
I mean, I'll be honest, honey.
Will Tom be home that night?
It won't be a hand towel either. It'll be a beach towel.
Oh, wow. Like a thick pile towel. Is Tom going to be home on Valentine's Day?
Well, I don't know yet, but something tells me no.
We're taping this in advance of next year's Valentine's
wasn't-
Day.
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
obviously
We don't
Valentine's Day
know.
was a few days ago.
We don't know.
But we're talking about next year.
Yeah.
So you haven't made plans for next year's? See,
not yet, not yet.
the day after Valentine's Day, I start planning for next year.
And
Yeah.
honey, I love that. That's what you should be doing.
That's a true romantic person would do.
Are you
that.
okay?
I don't know. Yes, but Michael Bolton special. It's on Netflix right now. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful words about it. Some wonderful people in it. Maya Rudolph, Sarah Silverman, Randall Park, Will Forte, Chris Parnell, Eric Andre. So many great people. And you can check out a wonderful deleted scene starring Claudio Doherty and Kate Berlant in the trailers and more section.
Now, who are all those people? Why don't you get someone fun like Delta Burke?
I've
I've never heard of any of those people.
I know that she's a legend.
A legend who we don't see enough of
We
anymore.
we don't. We saw so much of her. There was so much to see back in the 80s. Anyway, check that out on Netflix. And what do you guys have to plug here?
Well, you know
Tricia
what's
and Tricia?
funny? Ashley, was it R? Was it mine or yours?
It was yours.
So it was L.
It was L. She was looking at this website, Vimeo.com.
And you just let her look at websites.
We have certain websites blocked.
We have a parental block.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Vimeo's fine?
Vimeo's
Vimeo's
fine.
Because I've seen some stuff on Vimeo. I know the Robin Thicke uncensored
my
version.
Lord.
That's on Vimeo.
Oh, wait, it is?
I think so.
Oh,
Vimeo
cool.
is very filmmaker driven.
Okay.
They have a lot of filmmakers there.
And so,
see.
and we love that about Vimeo, that they're willing to take risks on young experimental filmmakers. And so we let our Ashleys watch it.
And they were watching this show called 555. And it's a mini series, so it's just kind of a little cluster of short films.
Like the Thornbirds, like a miniseries.
Right.
like
right.
Shogun.
It kind of goes harkens back to an older time in media when
North
things weren't
and
so
South.
complicated.
Sure. Lonesome Dove.
East and West. And so
555. Now, is that the prefix that one uses in film and television?
exactly, and like a fake
A fake telephone
number?
number?
telephone number, yeah.
But also there seem to be 5 shorts, and I'm not sure if there's a correlation there, but
I
it
don't
does.
know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, we saw Ashley watching it. You called me. You said, get over here. This is weird.
It was weird, honey.
And I came right over. We watched it for about 2 seconds. Now, we didn't understand it.
We
didn't
turned it off.
understand, Yeah.
Did you just slam the computer down?
We let
We
her
let her
keep
go.
watching. We let her keep watching, and we heard her giggling from the other room. Now, we don't know why.
But you're encouraging people to go
Absolutely.
and
It
watch
seems
this
fun.
show that you did
Listen,
not
There
if
like.
it
seemed like
makes-
there's lots of different characters, and it
Yeah.
was,
If it makes our Ashleys happy.
Do you know who
then it makes
stars
us
in
happy.
it?
There is a Jewish character actress. I'm forgetting her name.
Right.
She is a
How can
comedian.
you
Rachel
tell
Dratch?
she's
Kate
Jewish?
Berlant.
Kate Berlant, that's
That's
what
I
it
just
was.
mentioned her,
Berlant.
yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, how can you tell she's
You
Jewish?
know, you can just see it in kind of her Hasidic features.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
What features
She's
are those?
Just kind of, like a huge kind of hair and sort of a jagged nose and throat and chin.
Okay, see,
Okay.
now I don't think that coming from some,
Creamy skin.
someone, of your ethnicity, someone should be saying that about,
I say it with love.
She says it with love, honey.
Yeah.
I know my Tricia R, and that's coming out of a place
Do you
of
know
love.
many Jewish people
We had a baker
in town?
in
I
town
remember
who was
him.
half Jewish.
Half Jewish.
It was the other side, though. It's his father, so technically he wasn't
not
Jewish.
Yeah. Oh, but you do know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
well, I learned
Yeah.
talking to him about rye.
Do you know what a Jewish baker's dozen is? 12.
Oh my lord! Now that
my-
makes me laugh too hard.
Now, Scott,
okay.
I don't know if we're allowed to laugh at night.
But you are.
but,
I am.
So you find that funnier than this 555.
well, we
I
are
do.
old-fashioned in that way.
There's another person in it, kind of alongside her in every other short. He's a little light in his loafers, I'll just say that. But he's fun. He's fun.
He is fun. I love that blonde hair on him. So they seem to have something fun
Do
going
you know
on.
his name or?
John
Early.
I was going to say late.
No, it's early. It's
early.
just like
Okay,
the
yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Almost every word is just like the word that it is.
Yeah.
No, you could say that.
Okay.
So that's great. 555, that's on Vimeo.com. And
Slash 555.
Slash 555. Okay, great. Let's close up the old plug bag. What do you say? Here we go.
I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags.
All right, guys. Delicious. Guys, thank you so much, Jason. I always, it's wonderful to have you step in and fill in.
I couldn't be more happy to be the guy that you call in a crisis. You called me last night in tears.
I did, and you know what?
You begged me to come.
I hope that if it were a non-showbiz crisis, I could call you.
100%. I hope you know that you can.
You know, like I arrive home, someone's dead, you know, someone I don't know.
Oh, I was going to say. Is Cool Up okay?
Not one of my loved ones. I arrive home, there's like some dead transient in my kitchen.
Okay.
You know? I want to call you.
In that case, call the police.
Nope. You're the guy.
In that specific instance?
No.
Okay.
You're my guy.
I'm going to call the police if that happens.
Nope.
And the number one suspects are you and Cool Up. In some sort of weird sex play
ritualistic
thing where you pick up a transient, fuck him, and murder him. You weirdos.
Speaking of transients and fucking and murdering, Tricia R and L, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
We had a ball.
So great to meet you guys. If you don't get your own radio show together, please come back on
We will
this one.
come back anytime.
Anytime, you just let us know.
Anything happening in your lives, I want to know about it. Make me your first call.
Well,
okay.
thank you, honey. Of
All
course.
right.
Okay, great. And to you, the listener, we wish you a merry day. And that's going to be it for us.
We wish you a merry. That's how you're wrapping it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
We wish you
I
a
love
merry
that.
day.
We wish you a merry day.
We wish you a merry day.
All right.
We wish you a merry day and a happy evening.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening, and thanks again to HBO's new show, Crashing, for sponsoring us today. Crashing stars Pete Holmes as Pete, a sheltered suburbanite who married his childhood sweetheart and dreams of making it as a stand-up comedian. But when he finds out his wife cheated on him, Pete's world unravels, plunging him into the deep end of the rough and tumble New York comedy scene, where he crashes on other people's couches and in the process learns hard lessons about life and himself. Crashing premieres Sundays at 10:30 p.m. on HBO.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.